real VR fishing. Is it good? Yeah. In real VR fishing, you catch fish, obviously, and there's lots to be found in different saltwater and freshwater locations around the world. There's 3 different difficulties: normal, hard, and expert. For most of my playthrough, I was on normal. On this level, you can see the fish in the water and how attracted they are to your bait. This makes it easy to locate certain fish. The fishing is intuitive and as close to the real thing as possible. You throw your line in towards a fish and wait for a bite. On normal, while reeling in the fish, you have a visual meter of how tight or loose your line is. Too loose or tight and the fish will break off. Each time you catch a fish, you have the option of keeping it for money or releasing it for XP. XP levels you up and allows you to catch rarer fish, whereas getting money, you can buy rod upgrades and lots of other stuff, such as outfits and boats. With the max rod upgrade, it's nigh impossible to lose a fish, even on expert difficulty, once you master the gameplay. Expert is lots of fun, as it's more like real fishing. You have to cast with no real guide of where the fish are, except for the small bubbles and swirls on the water's surface. Though I must say, in some locations, the aliasing on the water ripples would often make it a little difficult to see them. Each area has different fish to catch, and for anyone who likes a challenge, you can try and collect them all. After over 100 hours, there's still lots for me to get. You have a fish index where you can see all the ones that you've already caught. The ones you haven't will tell you what baits they like and at what depth they tend to be at. The game has lots of sharks for you to catch, which pose more of a challenge, but as I said earlier, with full upgrades, you'll be fine. The fish you keep can go into either your fish tank or aquarium, depending on their size. This was great for showing off to friends. Speaking of friends, by far my favourite thing to do in this game is to go online and catch fish while chatting with friends. Everyone has their own instance of fish, so no one can steal the one you're going after, which is good. The game does have a lot of DLC, though only one person needs to own it to bring their friends. The only issue is you have to be in a location that they own when they first join. Once joined, you can take them anywhere. Not ideal, but I'm glad it was a feature. For anyone who's more single player focused, there's lots for you to get your teeth into here. There's set missions where you have to catch certain fish in certain areas. They start off relatively simple, but eventually you have to be max level and playing on expert difficulty. I completed them all, with some of them taking well over an hour to complete. This made me feel like I was actually out fishing, but once you get the fish you want, it's such a thrill. Each location has a 2D 360 degrees panoramic view of where you are. These are very cool looking, but seeing as they're only 2D, you'll never be convinced that you're actually there. Also, sometimes I had a bug where moving my head would make the background move in a peculiar, dizzying way. Speaking of glitches, I would sometimes see what fish I had caught, as it would glitch above the water and freeze while I was reeling it in. That was real VR fishing, and I give it an 8 out of 10.